Namaste, I'm Karen from J.O.Y, nojoynow.com. And today I'm gonna give you 3 super important tips on getting efficient hamstring stretch and mobility. Number 1 is to hinge at the hips and take the round out of the lower back. So for example, there's so many ways we can stretch our hamstrings. Let's say I'm gonna stick one leg forward, flex my foot, and fold into it. So what most people do is to stretch our hamstrings connect, our 3 hamstring muscles connect to our sit bones, where we sit, kind of the pelvis. So most people, when we extend our leg, they're rounding the lower back. You see how my spine's round? So I'm not really getting an efficient stretch in the back of my leg. What I want to do is most of us are going to have to bend the stretching knee a little bit, maybe put our hands on something so we can tilt the sit bones back and hinge at the hip socket. So I'm folding at the crease of my hip, not my spine. My spine is not round. So a lot of us, that means coming out of the stretch a bit, coming upright with the body. So I can fold directly at my hip socket, right here where my thigh meets my pelvis, and therefore get a better hamstring stretch, right? So again, using props here is helpful. Same concept if I'm lying on my back. Hamstring stretch, right? I'm gonna bring this leg towards me, but most of us tend to pull the leg in so far that the whole pelvis rolls up, and now I've got a tucker around in my lower back. So I wanna move my leg away from me enough, and for a lot of us, if we're tight in the hamstrings, that might mean bending the knee a little bit in order to drop the sit bone down. So my pelvis stays neutral, and I'm folding at my hip crease where my thigh meets my pelvis. Right, and I'm only pulling that leg in as much as I can without rounding or tucking the pelvis. And that's super important, and it's a little humbling because again, the leg is generally not, the range of motion is not gonna feel as big as first, but we're going to stretch directly the hamstring muscles that connect to the sit bones, meaning we have to stabilize the pelvis, right? Same concept if I were to stand up and put my leg on something. Right? We stick our leg up, and most of us take our leg too high, and we fold forward, and we're not folding at the hip socket, we're rounding the back. So either take your leg a little lower, bend your knee a little bit in order to stick the sit bones back. So it's the pelvis folding over the thigh. And then I'm gonna really get a better hamstring release. Yes. Second tip is once I feel a sensation, here's my point where I'm feeling something. I want to be here and be with it and breathe. Take a handful of deep breaths, settle in until I feel some of that sensation diminish a little bit. You know, and it's personal. Everyone always asks, well, how long do I stretch? And you know, it could be a minute to 3 minutes maybe. But it's personal. You want to feel, if you pushed too far in the shape for you, you're never going to get the release. So sometimes it takes backing off a little bit, coming out of the shape, feeling like we can take full deep breaths, and feeling a sense of the body letting go a little bit, the release, the stretching happening. And then third thing, you guys, with stretching, it's consistency. Do it every day, at least once a day. If you do it twice a day, more benefit. If you do it 3 times a day, more benefit, right? We brush our teeth every day, multiple times a day. So be consistent. I guarantee you pick a muscle, you stretch it for 7 days straight with this sense of breath and release, and you will feel a significant difference in your range of motion. You guys feel free to visit, please like and subscribe if you find this stuff helpful. And then please feel free to visit, I have an online membership program with Pilates, yoga, stretching, mindfulness, meditation. It's nojoynow.com, K-N-O-W, joynow.com. And right now we have a Valentine's Day special going on, so the annual membership is normally $240, is $199. Just use the code GIVELOVE. Again, the code is GIVELOVE. You guys, namaste. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. Peace.